Hey guys, this is Eric here. Spent a little bit of time cleaning up the garage a little bit, cleaning up the workspace. I was spending more time looking for crap than I was actually doing any building. I thought I'd kind of pull my projects out and just kind of show you what I've been up to. I've been at this now for maybe, when I say at this, I'm talking about metal fabrication. I'm a newbie, been about a year and a half. Just watched a bunch of videos, always had a desire to get into this when I could. I caregive for my mom now, so I just decided to bite the bullet and have some fun. So I've been having a ball too, I've got to tell you. I think I enjoy building these things more than I look forward to riding them. So yeah, the trike here is my first project. Way more than I could bit off more than I could chew, but it was an awesome learning experience. I love symmetry and I just kind of free-handed everything, so everything's pretty straight, but it's not perfect. I intend on building some jigs so I can get these things perfect, or as close to perfect as I can. The lowrider here again, if you watched any of the videos, build videos of this, this was the design that I copied from RCF Designs. I just thought it was so badass I had to kind of give it a shot. I'll tell you, it was 100 times easier to build than that trike was, but again, I'm having fun no matter what the build is. And then this is my quad cart. The trike and the quad cart, basically the design came out of my head. I'd looked at a bunch of Tony Kart frame designs and just sort of decided on something and kind of put my own touches on it, knowing that I wanted to build the kind of cart that you would mount like a mini bike or a super bike or something. So although I haven't posted anything new on the quad cart for a while, I have been making a bunch of little changes that are hardly noticeable, but the handlebars I'm still kind of working with. I've had to kind of chop them up and re-weld, but finally I got to a point where I think they're comfortable in relation to the seat and sitting position and so forth. This part right here was not square, so I had to grind out the welds, re-weld it, and of course that kind of tweaked the alignment here, so I had to tweak that a little bit. I think what I'm going to end up doing here is to drill a couple more holes closer in. I mean, right now everything works fine, it's butter smooth and all that, but I just would like less movement in the handlebars. In other words, less movement to turn more radius. So that's something that I'm going to be looking at here. Hopefully before the day is up, I'm going to rob the lowrider here, the motor, and just kind of situate it in the cross cart and get an idea if I'm going to lay things out there. Right now, I'm kind of toying between the torque converter and a clutch jack shaft setup. So what I may do is take the backing plate off of a torque converter and just build a jack shaft out of that, as opposed to getting the kit like I did down here for the trike. See right down there. So anyway, again, half the fun for me is building and watching how it evolves, because I have to tear stuff apart, and yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error, a ton of trial and error. But I finally got the seat position. This was giving me a lot of grief because I found in the lowest position here, you'd sit on it and the weight would cause the shock to actually compress and the seat would fall down on top of it. So basically what I did to overcome that is these torque bar mount points here, I kind of moved it from a down position up and from up position down to kind of get more of a vertical stance of the shock, and that seemed to have really worked well, because even in the lowest hole here, this thing sits just about level, but there's no way it'll collapse on itself. So anyway, and then I just ordered a bunch of parts, a sprocket. I think I went with the 56 tooth sprocket. I'm gonna use a 40 size chain, and I also ordered a rotor for it and caliper. and also throttle twist. Nothing fancy, basically same as what I have on the trike and on the lowrider. I had a couple of requests to do these voiceovers. I'm not really good at editing, so I'm just kind of talking as I go. I tend to get long-winded, which is why I don't really like to talk very much. But in any event, I wanted to give you guys an update, and thanks to everybody for their notes. I've gotten a ton of really sweet notes about just supporting my builds and everything, and I just love them. Keep them coming. It's an encouragement to me personally. I'm 62. Did accounting and IT work. I do not have a background in this stuff, just I've always had a desire to try it, and so I'm doing it and seeing what happens. If there's enough interest, like I said, I talk about building some jigs so I can reproduce these things. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I've learned a ton. My fab skills have gotten better. I got a ways to go, but half the fun is getting there. So guys, that's about it for now. When I get the motor just kind of in place, I'll kind of do a short 30-second or 50-second video, just kind of give you an idea what the perspective of that is going to look like. But that's it for now. Have a great day, guys. Thanks again. Bye-bye.